Hey, what up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Listen. You know, we got a great week coming up this week. You know, and to kick us off, we got that new episode of My Hero Academia. So you know, I got that new review for you. All right. Episode 11 was crazy. Definitely had some good shit. So let's just jump right into this. To kick shit off, episode 11 picked up where episode 10 left off. And you know how episode 10 left off. The kids were not in a good spot. You know, they got their training going on and shit. And naturally, bad guys gotta fuck it up. Because what do bad guys do? They fuck stuff up. So naturally, the bad guys gotta come and fuck up the kids' training. But you know what? That wasn't even enough. To make matters worse, they end up splitting up the kids. So you got the whole fucking group, all the UA kids just scattered around the whole training facility. So you don't know how shit's gonna turn out. One thing I definitely loved about this episode was that it gave us some shit that I thought we'd never see. You know, it definitely paired up some groups that I didn't know could work well together. But shit, the shit ended up working out. Like for instance, they pitted Midoriya, Moneta, and Sue together. I would have never put those three together, but they actually turned out to be a pretty fucking good group, you know? And shit worked out for them, so I thought that was definitely pretty dope. Another thing I loved about the episode was that it finally gave us the opportunity to see what all the kids could do, you know? It gave us it was damn near a little sampler of all of their powers. And everybody showed up. But there were definitely a few that stood out to me. That one being Yaoyorozu, Todoroki, and my boy Tokiyami. Love Tokiyami. Tokiyami definitely reminds me of Rock Lee, and Todoroki definitely reminds me of Neji from Naruto. Can't tell you why. But I fucking love those characters, and they definitely got that Naruto vibe. I felt like this episode definitely gave us an opportunity to see what the kids could do in the field, but it definitely gave them an opportunity to learn that the pro hero business ain't some bullshit, you know? I think those guys got so caught up in the celebrity part of it, you know? They're seeing these guys on TV like Kamui Woods and All Might and shit, you know? That these kids really didn't understand like how real the hero business is. But I'll tell you what, there's one thing about that real, it comes at you fast. And I feel like those kids definitely learned that shit in this episode. Now, aside from this episode giving us the opportunity to see what the kids can do, it also gave us the opportunity to see what the villains can do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, we get so caught up, as viewers, we get so caught up on being on the good guy side that sometimes you forget the bad guys can actually be pretty badass too. Like for instance, my man Tamura took Aizawa Sensei's elbow and he crumbled his shit, man. All that shit just crumbled that shit, man. Turned his shit into graham cracker dust, you know? So that was actually pretty cool. I felt like that was a pretty cool power. And who knows what else this dude has up his sleeve. But in terms of being a bad guy and showcasing his abilities, that was pretty dope to me. That shit was pretty dope. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but the shit was definitely pretty dope to me. Speaking of Aizawa Sensei, besides getting his shit turned into breadcrumbs, he actually was pretty badass this episode too, you know? And I can't tell you why, and I keep referencing this damn show, but My Hero Academia fucking reminds me of Naruto like no other. And Aizawa Sensei definitely reminds me of Kakashi Sensei. I don't know if anyone else sees it. Maybe I'm just seeing some shit that's not there. I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me. But he definitely reminds me of Kakashi Sensei, and he definitely has that Kakashi badass / coolness to him, you know? I mean, he was bouncing around, erasing powers and shit, throwing the little Rock Lee type claw, pulling people in, giving them that sweet knee to the chin, you know, that sweet chin music. He was actually badass. So I'm glad that we actually got to see him showcase his shit a little bit. And even number 13 showed off a little bit, you know? He did his little black hole ability, and he was sucking in the portal guy, and I thought that was pretty dope. That shit was pretty dope to me, man. And shit like that definitely makes a great series for me, because I love when side characters get their opportunity to kind of showcase what they can do, you know? Just like with Naruto, I love seeing Rock Lee do his thing, and this kind of reminded me of that. Another good thing we got from the chapter was we finally got to see how these kids react when it comes to adversity, you know what I mean? These freaking kids, man, they just run around here and they can't rely on All Might all the time. They can't think, you know, the hero of justice is going to come save their ass. Sometimes they got to be able to do their own thing. Sometimes they got to be able to sit down, knuckle up, and kick some ass. So I thought it was a great episode for the kids to kind of, you know, show how they react when shit's not going good and, you know, shit's going south real quick. And you really have no one to rely on but yourself and each other. So I thought that was actually a pretty dope part of the episode. Now, with all this good shit I'm saying about the episode, let me tell you some bad shit I didn't like. I definitely didn't like seeing Aizawa Sensei get his arms broken like fucking pixie sticks. It snapped his shit in half, man. I had to turn my head a little bit. Then as if that wasn't enough, he was taking my guy's head and just smashing his shit into the ground, man. Making him eat pavement sandwich. Not cool at all. I don't enjoy seeing shit like that. I'm sorry, man. I love the good guy side. I'm always gonna root for the heroes, and I did not enjoy seeing Asuka catch that work. But you know, it is what it is. It was still a good fucking episode. It was still good shit. It just hurt me to see him take that kind of ass whooping, you know what I mean? I had to turn my head. Sorry if it makes me a pussy, whatever. I just couldn't see my guy have to eat dirt like that, you know? And honestly, all in all, this episode was definitely a great example of why I love this series, man, because it has so much unexpected shit. You never know what's going to happen, and you never know who's going to rise to the challenge, you know? These are just kids. These kids are still in school. They have no idea how to combat this kind of shit, but you know what? They showed heart, and they showed, they showed that no matter what the situation is, we're going to do what we have to do. So I definitely loved this episode, and I was definitely glad that All Might didn't show up to the end. But you know what? You can definitely tell when All Might showed up, he wasn't on no friendly, hey, what's up shit. He definitely came to fuck people up. Normally when you see All Might, he had that smile on his face, but it wasn't no smiling this time. He showed up. He looked like he was definitely about to put a hole through somebody's face. So I definitely can't wait for next episode. Anyway, guys, that's definitely it for my review this week. If you loved the review, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't done so yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe, man. I definitely got some good shit coming out. Definitely got some giveaways in the works. Let me explain what I mean when I say giveaways. When I say giveaways, it doesn't mean I'm gonna ask for donations and then take your money and buy some shit that you wouldn't have bought yourself, It means I'm gonna take my own money, reach into my own pockets, you know what I mean? Take out that shit, go to the store, buy you guys some shit, and send it off. Might be somewhere close to me. I might be mailing shit to bumblefuck nowhere. Doesn't matter. That's just my thank you to you guys, for tuning in with me and sticking with your boy. Now, also to wrap this up, if you guys haven't checked out this episode yet and want to, hopefully I didn't spoil too much shit for you. But if you still want to check it out, I'm definitely going to leave a link in the description below. So you can check it out yourself, And if you do check it out, let me know what you think. As always, guys, I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Definitely appreciate the support. I'm your boy, Heroes Come Back Too. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.